everyone, so St. Valentine's Day. Do you feel like you're alone and nobody cares about you? I used to feel so alone on this day, and I've never had a boyfriend on the Valentine's Day, and not even a situationship. I mean, we're not looking for a situationship, but not even this. And what I've come to understand in my 20 years is that self-love comes from within, and if you don't have this self-love, you won't have real life. You won't be satisfied with your life, not in a relationship, not in any other sphere in your life. If you don't feel this happiness and love within, it won't come from the outside world. So there are a few topics that I would like to touch on in this video. Every time I sit to record a video, someone turns on music, someone walks in heels in an apartment. Like, are you kidding me? Anyway, let's talk about setting boundaries and my personal opinion on this topic. I definitely can say that I'm supporting phrase to set boundaries, like what boundaries are you gonna set? I stick to this opinion that you have to be able to say no, but you have to recognize your feelings, what you feel. Like when someone asks you, would you like to go out with me? So that you are able to say no if you really don't feel like going out at this moment. So you don't feel uncomfortable. So you are at ease with yourself, with this decision that you are making for yourself, that you are saying no to this person because you want to and because you feel like this is the right thing for you at the moment. So I'm really against this setting boundaries because I am about building a connection with people. I stick to this opinion that you have to actually try to build a real connection, especially with your friends and close ones. But even if you are meeting this person once in your life and you're never going to see them again, you have to do everything for your connection. You have to be kind to them and you have to be considerate, understanding maybe. And I believe in this because if you build walls around yourself, you're never gonna let anyone to get close to you. So if you used to be like, I'll set boundaries here and I'll let this down and I'll just ignore any connections with people or a connection with this particular person, you could just try to build connection, to be compassionate to others, to try to accept them as they are, not trying to change them. Being a friend for yourself, this is just the best thing you can ever do in this life. It means that you support yourself through every single hurdle on your path. You don't surround yourself with negativity, but you still see things clearly and you don't lie to yourself. You are being honest. If you're failing in something, if you're messing something up, you're being honest about something, and due to feeling this connection, you understand that you can change it and you can make up for your mistakes. So being a friend for yourself, being a supporter of yourself, the main supporter and the most loving person for yourself in this world, in this life, it's what you can do, and this is what's gonna serve you throughout the whole life. And I can say kind of the same about gratitude and being grateful for what you have, for what you are, for whatever comes your way, even if it's hard to overcome, hard to live through, or you feel like there is no way out. Just being grateful and, of course, taking actions. If you feel like this is something that's gonna help you, you could really write them, those gratitudes, in a notebook or even in the Notes app. Every day you wake up, you could just be grateful to your parents for this life, either mentally or by saying it out loud. I tend to do both. Sometimes I just think about it, or sometimes I just say it out loud. Why not? And this is the small action that really fills me with love, and I feel so great. Self-love for me is also about doing things that you enjoy while doing things that you don't enjoy, and it comes from the place of big true love to yourself. Because when you do things that you enjoy, it's kind of like, everyone does it, but when you do things that you have to do that are gonna be great and wholesome to you, for example, like eating healthy or sleeping enough, and this is, by the way, another thing, like sleeping enough and taking care of your body while really just living your life, it's the main form of self-love. I mean, it's how you can show your body that you care enough about it and it's gonna remember it. Self-discipline, discipline is one of the worst and not the most pleasant things in the world, and I've never loved it, to be honest. but this is what keeps me going. And sometimes when I'm like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I don't want to meditate, I'm like, this is my goal. I get back to my goals. I see that this is what I wished for, this is what I worked for, and now that I'm able to actually do this in my life, to have it in my life on a daily basis, I can't just throw it away. Do things that you enjoy, but also do things that you don't enjoy but are really wholesome and useful for you. I guess affirmations is also one of the even fun ways that can program your self-love, that you can implement into your life, and you're gonna be feeling great about it. I don't do affirmations, but sometimes like once a year it strikes me like, oh my gosh, or like I see a video on YouTube or somewhere or a podcast and I'm like, yes, that's what I needed to do. That's what I need to do. And I just do it. So if you haven't tried, but I'm sure almost all of you at least once in your life try this, journaling. This is something I do on a daily basis in different forms. Like it comes in different forms. For example, I always go about my day and sometimes I get some situations that I want to self-reflect on. So I reflect on them while writing them in a notebook. I have a particular structure from this course about emotional intelligence and it was great for me because I feel so relieved after writing it. I recommend you to try journaling in any form, like maybe it's just putting your thoughts on paper, you feel like it could work for you. Just find the way that works for you and try it. And as for me, when I go about my day, it comes to evening and I sit down, I pull out my journal and I write how I did throughout this day. What was wrong? What could I do better? What will I do better tomorrow? How I behaved, what I did for others, what I did for myself. Like these are the questions you can use as a prompt and write them down as well at the end of the day. And you're going to see your progress. I mean, that's a great way to track it, to track how you feel, how you live through days and days and years. Imagine if you do this throughout years and you can just get back to these journals. If you're doing this already, doesn't it feel great? Exercises and sport. I've recently got back into sport. I'm filming a video on it right now. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time and I used to, and then I dumped regular sport in my life. It could be dancing, it could be also like yoga, Pilates, whatever you feel like suits you and you'd like to try maybe. When you implement exercises in your life, you immediately feel better. You feel like you're floating through this life and not in a bad way. You feel stronger. You get stronger, you become stronger. And I think implementing sport or exercises in your life is the best way to say to your body, I love you. Take care of you and I will take care of you and we're gonna get stronger, better, healthier because it's my life and I can do this. And also, I mentioned before in this video about sleep. Getting good sleep is crucial. It's crucial for your health. If you don't sleep enough or if you tend to get to bed late after like 12, after 11 p.m., it sounds bad. I'm sure you've noticed how bad you can feel when you get to bed this late or when you wake up really late, like 10 a.m. or more. And the last subtopic of this video that I wanted to talk about are meditations and practices. I try to do them regularly. Sometimes I fall out of my schedule. It doesn't work this well for me, but I adore them so much. And when I get to this point in my life when I'm like 100% disciplined in every sphere of my life, maybe if I get there, but I'm trying hard to do this. Maybe not so hard if I still don't have meditations on a daily basis. This is such a great way of calming your mind, of being present at the moment, because that's why you mostly do these practices. So let's try to be the best versions of ourselves. That's kind of it. That's all I wanted to say. You just have to practice self-love. I mean, it's like a habit. You can do this. Maybe at the beginning it'll be really hard, but from my own experience I can say that everyone can do this. And now, next part of this video. Okay, that was such a relaxing experience. I am calm, I'm at peace with myself, and that's what we require for this video, I guess, because you have to be okay to be spending time with yourself. We're just aiming for it in this video. So I thought about ideas for this video and I came up with a couple of them, but I really have no desire to go outside, so we'll paint today. This is one of my hobbies and I consider it a great way to build connection with yourself. So I prepped all materials. I've got paint, I've got water and all the brushes and palette knives, like such a dream. And I bought all of this a while ago and I haven't painted in like half a year probably. Almost. So today we're getting into this. I just scrolled through Pinterest and I found a few ideas that I loved, so we'll try them. I have canvas, I have watercolor paper, which is more waterproof than regular paper. Finished, but it took me a while, an hour at least. Looks pretty though, and this is the phrase from my favorite movie Love Actually, if you don't recognize it. I love watching it. It's New Year's, Christmas vibes, it's all about love and blah blah blah. It's actually like called like Love Actually. So this phrase, they tell it at the end, like the narrator. I think I'll just hang it up in my room later. Yeah, let's get to another one. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you got something new from it, something useful, and I'll see you in the next video.